Welcome to this segment of the program. Inuagata Nosahai is my name. Last week, Wednesday, we looked at important soft skills we need to uphold or take serious in this 2023. And amongst them is communication skills. And today, we are looking at 5 workplace communication mistakes to avoid in 2023. 5 workplace communication mistakes to avoid in 2023. And the first one is avoid crossing the line of privacy at work. Avoid crossing the line of privacy at work. The workplace is for work, not for casual talks of about colleagues. Not discussing the personal issues of colleagues just because you know them, or just because you are close to them, or just because you have now become friends with them. No, the workplace is for work. It's not for casual talks about discussing personal issues or the personal lives of your colleague in the workplace. There are some colleagues with very complicated personal lives, with very complex personal lives. And these colleagues don't want you, bringing these personal lives, their complex personal lives or complicated personal lives. They don't want you bringing it to the workplace just because you are their friends, or because you are close to them, or because you've known them from secondary school. They don't want you bringing such, things to the table, or bringing such conversation to the work environment. So on your part, it is very important that no matter what you know about your colleague, you might have known him from primary school, secondary school, or in the higher institution. You might have done a postgraduate program together, or a course together somewhere, and you got to know some things about that colleague, some personal life issue. Now, professionalism is required of you, for you to operate, to relate with him, or to ensure that you don't bring those issues to the workplace. Like I said, the workplace is for work. Be professional. Be professional. This is very important. You don't come to the workplace to discuss the personal lives of people. Don't cross, those boundaries. Let what happened in Sicily remains in Sicily. Be professional. Be very professional. Make sure that, you don't become somebody who people in the work environment feel that their personal space is now violated because of you. This is very important. Like I said, let what happened in Sicily remains in Sicily. Avoid crossing the boundary of privacy of your colleague. Just keep everything professional. Let the workplace be for work, and this is very important. Then the second mistake to avoid, second communication workplace mistake to avoid in 2023 is for you to avoid saying yes when your heart is saying an outright no. Now, there are some people in the work environment that, because of how they grew up, because of, life, the way life experiences have conditioned and programmed them, they find it very difficult to say no to colleagues, to say no to bosses, just because, they want to be in the good books of these superiors, or they want to be in the good books of colleagues. Now, for example, you have a serious task on your table, and this task has a deadline. Listen to what I just said. You have a serious task on your table, and this task has a deadline. And then a colleague of yours is asking or requesting for your assistant to help him or her out on a particular issue. Now, there is no problem with you helping out, but it should be that you help out when you have done the task on your table with a deadline. This is just so important. So if the colleague can wait, for you to wrap up that task on your table with a deadline, then you can render that assistant. But if the colleague cannot wait for you to, sort out that task, that issue with a deadline, you need to take a polite stand. You need to give a firm no in a very polite way. So if your heart is telling you no, don't inconvenience yourself with a yes. This is so important. So communication mistake you should avoid in 2023 is to avoid saying yes when your heart is saying an outright no. This is so important. Then the third one, avoid reacting to situations. Respond instead. Now, because the work environment, the workplace is a hybrid of different people that come from different backgrounds, different academic backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, there's a natural tendency for conflict in the workplace. There's a natural tendency for disagreement. With this in mind, you should prepare yourself not to react to situations on impulse, but rather you respond from the standpoint of intelligence. Do everything possible not to be impulsive, not to be reactive. This is so important. You know, don't just be spontaneous. Be very rational. React from an intelligent perspective, not from a negative emotion of ego and anger. This will go a long way to make sure that, you know, you are able to positively project yourself, you know, project yourself in a positive way, and then also make sure that you represent your brand very, very well. This is so important. Then the fourth one, avoid delaying a difficult conversation. Now, the difficult conversation could be a conversation on performance. It could be a conversation on punctuality. It could be a conversation, you know, on productivity and the likes. Now, if you delay having that serious conversation, you are also, you may be worsening the situation. If you delay it, you are delaying the solution. It is you're having that serious conversation with the person involved or in question that will help you to come up with solutions that will have the issues sorted out, and then we are able to make progress and move forward in the environment. Even if you are the kind of person that may not be very good with words, or just get a piece of paper, note down those, you know, serious or important things that needs to be discussed, and then when you meet the person one-on-one, you have something like an outline sort of that you can just discuss from and be able to move things to the next level. This is so important. Then the fifth one, which will be the last one this morning, is for you to avoid rushing to hit the send button of an email without a thorough or complete check. Avoid rushing to hit the send button of an email without a thorough or complete check. Now, I haven't typed an email. Don't just rush to hit the send button. Take out time to read through, make sure that the spellings are in order, and make sure that the message is flowing correctly. If there are some things that need to be edited out of it, that needs to be removed, make sure you remove them. Then, having done all this, ask yourself the question, a sincere question. If you are the one to receive this email, what will be your reaction? What will be your response to it? And then sincerely provide yourself an answer as well. Now, this same applies to text messages and all that. So make sure that you are not in a rush to hit that send button of an email before you send it. Just make sure you read through, take out time to go through, and then you'll be able to present the matter in a more proper way. As a way of quick review, what we have looked at this morning is 5 workplace communication mistakes to avoid in 2023. The first one is avoid crossing the line of privacy at work. The second one, avoid saying yes when your heart is saying an outright no. The third one, avoid reacting to situations. Respond instead. Then the fourth one, avoid delaying a difficult conversation. The fifth one, which is the one I just concluded with, is avoid rushing to hit the send button of an email without a thorough or complete check. I believe that lots of value have been added to you today. It's good you reach me so that we can discuss and take things to the next level. My phone number, they are right there on the screen. My phone numbers are right there. The first one is 080 66 86 5060. And the second one is there as well. It's 080 529 29120. Just add the country code if you are calling from outside Nigeria, plus 234 80 66 86 5060. Do the same thing with the second line, plus 234 80 529 29120. I'll be seeing you next week Wednesday. When I return, I'll remain the amiable. Inuagata no Sahai. Your day is so blessed.
All right, now.